How you doing there? Welcome back to Babylon Talmud. Today we're studying Daf, what are we studying over here? Daf Kuvav. Daf 106 of Masechta BavaBasra. I think so. Why not? Chev, I'm huddled in my basement. We're in the middle of an attack. The Iranians, they're launching all sorts of whatever they can to try to hurt us. So I'm huddled down here. It's a little bit late. It's 7:45 at night. I figured, maybe I would just go to sleep, record, but the truth is I'm already behind. But I figure with this amount of activity and this amount of excitement, I may as well record Babylon Talmud right now. So there's I would imagine, based on the past, let's say 10 minutes, I'd imagine there's a decent chance we're going to get some action in this, in today's daf. Some red alerts, some sirens, some booms. Hopefully, the booms of the of our defense systems and the different messengers of Hashem to save us. You should know the people outside in the park. They're still in the park. I think that the sort of environment is giving them a lot of excitement to be particularly loud, so you can hear them out in the park. I guess the sirens don't stop them. All right, here we go. We're going to start on Daf Kuvav Amud Aleph Masechta BavaBasra, all the way at the top, at the Mishnah. Oh, Givaldig. B'simonov Mitzorov Bararam. So if So if Shimon says to Reuven, "Hey Reuven, I'm going to sell you a base court," and these are the sort of the boundaries, right? That until this point and that point, right between this divider and that divider, So I'm selling you a base court, and here's where it starts, here's where it ends. Shows you the boundaries. Now the thing is, the boundaries is it's not exactly a base court. So on the one hand, it says a base court, on the other hand, he's showing the boundaries. So pochis mishtus higio. So whereas we had said in Chaser and Yasser was up until a 24th, that's a rova, a quarter of a kav, and it's 6 kavs in a soya, right? So a quarter of 1 kav, 6 kavs in a saw, so it's better than 1/24th of a saw. Over here, when we say a 6, it's not a 1/6 of a kav, it's a 1/6 of a saw, right? Because there's 6 kavs in a saw, so a 6 is actually referring to 1 kav. So it's taka 4 times the amount as before. Oh man, I'm starting to wait 1 second. Maybe I feel like I need to sit on something. I'm just sitting on the floor right now. 1 second. Give me a sec. Maybe this will be a little better. All right. Gewaldig. Let's go weiter. So be'etzem. Okay. So we're talking about a 6. So a 1/6 of a saw, 1 kav, gewaldig. Fine. So pachs mishtus. So if it's within a kav, so then higio. So beseder, it's no big deal. It's right. So meaning Shimon says to Reuven, "Hey Reuven, I am selling you a base core, and here are the boundaries and stuff." And it turns out that it's more or less than within the range of a kav. So then it's included. Ad shtus yinake. But if it's more than a kav, if it's more than a 6, so then you would kind of have to adjust. Then you'd have to adjust. So be'etzem, if it was more than a 6 less, so then Shimon would have to pay back Reuven. And if it's more than a kav more, so then Reuven would have to give Shimon back some property. Man, this is actually extremely uncomfortable. How do I make this more comfortable? Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Sirens. You hear that? The sirens. Alright. Sagt die Gemara. Gewaltig. So sagt die Gemara. Boom. Oi, vavoi. Boom. Wow. These must be the ballistic ones, right? What even are these? Are these from Iran? These from Hezbollah? I assume Iran. That's what they were saying. Wow. Gewaldig. Alright. Ooh, boom. Ooh, wow. That was stark. Ooh. Gewaldig. Ooh, there was another one. Ooh, so they must be sending a lot of these missiles. Wow. Okay. Gewaldig. Oh, so sagt die Gemara, Itmar, it was stated, Rav Huna Omer shtus kipochis mi shtus. So it says Rav Huna that that a shtus itself, right? If it's up to a kav, so it's included. What if it's mamish a kav? So if it's mamish a kav, so it's kipochis mi shtus. Boom. So then it's like it's less than a. Oh, and the sirens are gone. But usually when the sirens end, I think you still hear some booms. But the truth is, in Yerushalayim, we really haven't had many sirens since October 7th. Only like right after October 7th, and not really. Al Kaponim. So boom. Oh. So Rav Huna says that if it's mamash a 6, it's ki'ilu, it's less than a 6. I.e., it's included in the sale. Boom. Yeah, there's still more booms. Itmar Rav Huna Amar shtus kipochus mishtus. Rav Yehuda Amar says Rav Yehuda shtus kiyosem mishtus. That the shtus is like it's more than a shtus, and they'd have to kind of refix things. Rav Huna Amar shtus kipochus mishtus. So Rav Huna says that a sixth itself is like less than a sixth. Hachikam. This is what it's saying. Boom. Wow. This is what it's saying. Boom. Lots of booms. Even after the sirens. Right. Well, they say after the sirens you're supposed to stay where... Boom. You're supposed to stay where you are for 10 minutes. Boom. Lots of booms. Ooh, boom. 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 Wow. Boom. Wow. A lot of booms. The last time this happened, I was sleeping. I woke up like a half an hour later. Boom. Wow. Shnikes. So pochus mishtus, if it's less than a shtus, vishtus, as well as a sixth itself, bichlal. So vishtus bichlal, including a shtus. So yigio, right? Less than and including a shtus. So wow, they're still going. Boom. Wow. Mamish. So then it's included in the sale. Yosem shtus, but if it's more than a shtus, so then Yanaka, so then they have to kind of, it depends. If it's more, if it's less, they have to give back or get back money. Wow, they're still booming. Boom. Wow. Boom. Shnikes. I mean, those sirens stopped sirening like a while ago. Wow. How many booms did we just count? Like 20? 30? Oh my gosh. Alright. I still hear it. They're still going. So so where am I? Boom. Okay, wait. I'm like not sitting so comfortable. Boom. Oh my goodness, they don't stop. My oh my. They're still going. Oh my gosh. So Rav Yehuda, of course, says fakert. So Rav Yehuda Amar says Rav Yehuda shtus kiyosem mishtus, that the sixth itself is like more than a sixth. Hachikam, this is what it's saying. Pochus mishtus. If it's less than a shtus, then igio. So then it's included in the sale. Ad shtus v'shtus bechlal. Now anything more than a kav, difference, and down to in including a kav more, Yanaka, so then you have to kind of, readjust. Wait, I'm like so uncomfortable. There must be some way I can like adjust myself. 1 second. Okay, I think that this should be better. Okay, I'm like sitting on like different kinds of like pillows and stuff. All right, where are we? So, wait, did somebody message me? Let me just make sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll just tell the people. I'm okay. Just recording Babel on Talmud. Okay. Fine. Now, where are we? Okay, here we go. Let's go weiter. Okay, fine. So that's the machlokes in Rav Huna and Rav Yehuda. Rav Huna says that the shtus is considered like less than a shtus, and that's Rav Huna. Rav Yehuda says that the shtus is considered like more than a shtus. Okay, gewaldig. Fine. It says mishtus yinake. Fine. Rav Yehuda. Okay. Mishtus yigio adshtus mishtus b'chlal yinake. Fine. Meisvei. Oh, so we talk about akasha and Rav Huna. B'simonov uv'mitzarv, that if Shimon says to Reuven, I'm selling you what am I selling you? Oh, a base core with, wow, they're still booming, with its like signs and stuff. So piches shtus. So if it's less than, right, if it's if it's less than a base core by a kav, or hosir shtus, or if it's more than a base core by a kav, harehu kishum adayonin. It is like the shum adayonin and higios. Now the thing is the shum adayonin v'shum adayonin dishtus kiyosu mishtusu. Now when it comes to shum adayonim, what's shum adayonim? It's if you have like a fellow passes away, and now they have to evaluate a property that they could that they can use. Oh, more. What's this? 1 second. Yeah. 1 second. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, I should probably get back to recording. Okay. Yeah, I need to get. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like a little distracted, but I'm recording Babel on top. I gotta go weiter. Oh, so if you have a person passes away and now they have to evaluate a field to use to pay for the mizonis for the wife and for the kids and things. So then the shaila is, if it's off by a sixth, so then it's considered like it's more than a sixth, and therefore they can kind of do over, right? I mean, if they made a mistake in the valuation and it's more than a sixth, so then they can kind of redo it. So we see that there, right? So we see that. So what's happening in this brisa? Okay, so our sirens just ended. Now we're probably going to start to hear all the booms. I wonder how many missiles they're sending us. Anyway, so where are we? So let's start again. So Meisvis, we have a kasha. B'simonov mitzarv piches shtus ohostir shtus. So arei hu kishom adayon. So the shtus is like the shom adayon. And then interestingly it says higio. Okay, we'll get there in a second. V'shom adayonin the shtus kiyos mishtusu. When it comes to shom adayonim, so the shtus is like more than a shtus, which is like Rav Yehuda. So it's a kasha and Rav Huna. So I'm like Rav Huna will say to you for the tamich, but according to you, higio katani. But at the same time, it's eerily quiet right now. I think we're probably just going to start hearing the booms now. Hakoponim. So says Rav Huna, but at the same time it says higio. Meaning on the one hand, it's saying shoma dayonim. So you want to argue that it's like it's more than a shtus, and therefore it should be, they should have to like, readjust things. But at the same time, it also says higio, that it should be included in the sale, which actually says Rav Huna, it's like me, that less than that a shtus is taka like less than a shtus, and therefore it's included. So ela kishum adayonim velo kishum adayonim. Rather, it's like the shum adayonim, but also not like the shum adayonim. Kishum adayonim lishtus. That's like the shum adayonim in terms of that we're talking about a sixth, but in terms of how the actual, playing out of the sixth. So velo kishum adayonim. It's also not like the shum adayonim. Dilu asam batul mekach, because over there a sixth is like more than a sixth, and it's batul, and they would do it over. Whereas over here it would be considered like less than a shtus, and it would be included in the sale. Okay, according to Rav Huna. Fine. It's like eerily quiet. Okay. Where are we? Rav Papa Zovin Arameu Gavra. So Rav Papa bought a land from a fellow. Amar Lei. Have your esin grive moshche. So I think the point is that Rav Papa was buying it from a monger, a land monger, and the monger says its size is 20 sizes. It's 20 amounts. Okay, it's 20 measurements. But in practice, it was only 15. So that's a difference of 25%. Right, of a quarter, right, 25%. Whereas we said that the deviation is only allowed to be a sixth, which is, I think I looked it up the other day, but I already forgot what it is. Is that maybe like 13% or something like that? So it's a larger deviation. So basically, our Papa signed up to buy 20 sizes, but he only got 15 sizes. So also the comment to Abaye, so our Papa comes to Abaye, Omerle, oh, the people are back outside. Alright. Amalei Abaye says to Rav Papa, Savras v'kabilas. No, you accepted the sale of 15 portions of property. But I thought that only if it's less than a sixth, it would be included. Ad shtus yinake. But if it's more than a deviation of a sixth, then here it's right, it's 25%. That's more than that. So therefore, it should be sort of redone, have to be reconsidered. So animile echad delo kimle begava. That is only where delo kimle begava. That is only where the guy doesn't know, right? Where the buyer doesn't know any better. Aval echad de kimle begava. But if he knows better, sav v'kabil, well then he accepted it. And so it sounds like Rav Papa kind of knew that what he was buying was only 15 measures and not 20 measures. Right? Of course, we also know Rav Papa was a successful businessman. I guess he knew these inyanim. So therefore, Abaye says, "Look, Rav Papa, you knew what you were getting yourself into, and therefore, you knowingly purchased it. So the sale stands." But he told me it was 20, and it's only 15. What he was saying is that this field is so givaldig that even though it's only 15, it's as good as other fields that are 15, that are 20. That's how givaldig this field is that I'm selling you. Tana, we learned by Rabbi Yossi, ha'achin shechelku, that when you have brothers that divide up. So let's say you have two brothers, let's say, and Reuven and Shimon, they're inheriting their father, and they divide up a property. And they divide it in half. Let's say there were two properties, right? They say, okay, there's one property, there's another property. So if they draw lots, and one of them drew his lot, well then Memele, when Reuven knows, okay, this property is mine, so Memele, the other property is Shimon's. Kanu kulam. So man kanu kulam. So then the other brother also, Memele, gets the other one. My timer. How come? I'm a Belazar Ketchilas Eretz Yisrael. Oh, gewaldig. It's like how they divide up Eretz Yisrael. I'm in Eretz Yisrael. It's a big schus to be in Eretz Yisrael. It's a big schus to be right now among all the Yidden over here in Eretz Yisrael. There's nothing like the Yidden in Eretz Yisrael. Nothing like the Yidden in Eretz Yisrael. It's nice to be part of Am Yisrael in Eretz Yisrael, to experience the achdus of all of Am Yisrael, that we're determined to go weiter and to stay together and to be amazing. So we're saying just like at the beginning of Eretz Yisrael, so matchila begeril afkan begeril, just like when they initially divided up Eretz Yisrael, so there were lots. So here also they could divide up the inheritance with lots. But when they divided up Eretz Yisrael, there was a special lot. There was like a special ballot, I guess, vote lot box or something. I think we're going to learn about it soon here in BavaBasra, I think. So Afkan b'kalpi v'urim v'tumim. So you're Oichid, maybe you should have to have the Urim V'tumim. I can have the Urim V'tumim to divide up an inheritance. Somer Vashi, Ba'u Anoya, the Kotzais, La'adode Gami Makne, La'adode. Yeah, but because of this, because of the sort of appreciation, I guess, that they've managed to divide up the property in a way that they're both content with, so it's enough for them to say, okay, and they're Makne, their portion to the other one. Okay, so the fact that they had this inheritance, how are we going to divide it up? They say, well, there's this field, there's that, we'll draw lots. So the fact that they're sorting it out in a Masudar way is enough for it to be considered a proper kinyan, and each one gets his portion. Idmar, it was stated. Alright, it was stated. Shnei achin shechelku. Okay, so if you have two brothers that are dividing up a inheritance, uvaloyin ach mimdina sayom. You hear what happens? You have, the father dies, and the two sons, Reuven and Shimon, are dividing up the property, while the people are mamish outside stark. Usually, of course, I have in my noise-canceling headphones, so I drown them, I block them, but I figured maybe tonight I would make an exception, and I would just listen to the beautiful sounds of Al-Manaskin Inchil Yoshua Yisrael Es-Haaretz. So you have Reuven and Shimon are dividing up the inheritance, and then comes the long-lost brother, Levi. He's like, all right, yeah, I'm your long-lost brother, Levi, now give me a third of the inheritance. They're like, dag nabbit. So Itmar, Shnei Achin, Shechelku, so Reuven and Shimon already divided up the inheritance. V'aloin Achim Medina Sayam, and comes Levi. They're like, Levi, who are you? I'm the guy who's going to take a third of your inheritance. Rav Omar Botla Machlekes. So Rav says that the initial division is reset, and they now divide it up Nochamo in three ways. Shmuel Omar Mikamtsin, where Shmuel says that no, what they do is, look, if there were 6 fields, let's say, each brother, Reuven and Shimon, each one got 3 fields. Now comes Levi, so Reuven and Shimon, respectively, each give 1 field to Levi, and now each has 2. So they don't necessarily reset, but Reuven had gotten 3 fields, Shimon had gotten 3 fields. Each one gives 1 field to Levi. Now everybody has 2 fields. Omle Rove li Rav Nachman, says Rove to Rav Nachman li Rav. According to Rav, who says that they reset. So if that's the case, so it sounds like Alma Hodor Dina. So that sounds like the din, the case, the agreement is entirely reversed. The kind of also betray minayu. Somebody's getting excited outside. So again, Elmiata, if you have Hani Beit Tlas, if you have 3 partners, the Kaimev also Beitrei Minayu, but in 2 of them, I guess you have 3 partners who have to divide up Epis, I don't know, maybe a property or something. And 2 of them go, 2 of them, who's that? 2 of them go to 2 of them, so they have something that they have to divide up, I guess. 2 of them go to Bezdin, and they divide it up fairly with Bezdin. So, so would we say that the division is reversed? Would we say that the division is reversed? Would we say that the division is reversed because not all of them were there? So, no. No, when it comes to the 3 partners, I'm sorry. That initially when they went to Bezdin, they knew already that they were a group of 3. So only 2 of them showed up, but Memela Kilu, they already knew that they were dividing it 3 ways. So therefore it works even if only 2 of them showed up in Bezdin. But over here, Lo Nachisi Adaito Devei Tlas Meikar. But in this case, they didn't know that Levi was a thing when they initially had divided up, so therefore they have to reset it. Abayin says about Rapapatabay, the Shmuel, according to Shmuel, the Omar who says Mekamtsin, that they don't restart, they just adjust. right? If there were 6 fields and Reuven and Shimon each got 3, so instead of starting over, Reuven gives 1 field to Levi, as does Shimon. And they just kind of adjust what they have. They don't need to restart. So the name is that to say the kom dina. So that means that the sort of decision stays in place and they just kind of adjust it. Then when it comes to the case of I'm selling you a core for 30. One second. My dad's calling. One second. Okay, where was I? So he says that I'm selling you a core for 30. 30 dinars, I guess. No, besela for 30 sellers. So both Rav and Shmuel say that it can be choser, that i.e. that you one second. Wait 1 second. Right, so when you get be'etzem, Shmuel says that you can just kind of adjust it, right? That when you have too much, you just adjust it. So why does he agree with Rav that when you have 30, when he says kor b'shloshim ani mochelach, that I'm selling you a core for 30 sellers, so then he can be choser even on the last core, on the last sa'ah of, right, of course 30 sa'ahs on the last sa'ah, but why? Why don't we just say if there was too much, then just adjust it to whatever he has. If there were 29 sa'ahs, then let him just have 29 sa'ahs. Right? So if he says that I'm selling you a core for 30 and 1 sa'ah for a seller, then he's kona each sa'ah as it comes in, as we've seen before. But why when he says kor b'shloshim ani mochelach, he could be choser even on the last one, that the first 29 are nothing? But why don't we say that, okay, so even if he had committed to more than there actually was, then at least just adjust it and let him keep 29. So asim avud rabbanon milsa denicha lei lemocha v'nicha lei lokech. Well, over there, it's taka in both of their interests to wait until all of the 30 sa'as, right? When he says kor b'shloshim, so it's in both of their interests to wait until all 30 sa'as have been served, because that way either one reserves the right to be able to be choser until that point. So it's taka in their interest to wait out until all 30 sa'as have been sa'ad. Okay, I think I'm going to keep on going. Itmar, it was stated, Achan shechelku. Okay, if you have 2 brothers that divided up an inheritance, we've seen this before. So if you have Reuven and Shimon, their father passes away, and there are 2 fields. So Reuven takes 1 field, Shimon takes the other field. And then guess who shows up? Levi. But this time Levi isn't their brother. Levi is somebody who had lent their father money. So Levi is a creditor. And now he wants to, Levi is a creditor, and now he wants to, Levi is a creditor, and he wants to, what does Levi want to do? Oh, so Levi bets him, he wants to collect from Nechasim Sheish Lamachais. So he goes to Shimon, he says, Shimon, give me your field. Okay, so Shimon loses his field. So now what? So it's taka machlekes. What's the next step over here? So again, Itmar, Achan shechelku of abalchov v'not achelku shel echad man. Right, so Reuven and Shimon had divided up the properties. There were 2 properties. Reuven took 1, Shimon took the other. Comes Levi, who's owed money, and he takes Shimon's field from him. So Rav Amar Batna Machlekes. So Rav says, well, the initial, there's new information. So the initial division is reset, and therefore, so now we have to kind of reevaluate. Okay, so one of the fields is gone, so we only have 1 field left. So let's divide that one in half. Reuven will get half, Shimon will get the other half. Ushmuel Amar Viter. Shmuel Taka says, Nit. Shmuel says, look, Shimon lost his field. There were 2 fields. Reuven took 1, Shimon took the other. Levi took away Shimon's field from him. He lost his field. And Reuven keeps his field. Shmuel Amar Viter. Okay, so Shmuel Amar Viter. Rav Asi is not sure. He's taka mesupik. He's in the middle. So Amar Notel Revia Bekarka Revia B'maus. He says, look, he gets 25%. Kilu. Shmuel says Shimon loses everything. Reuven says that they split the remaining field in half. Rav says that they split. Shmuel says that Shimon loses everything. Rav says that they split Reuven's field in half. They split the other field in half. Rav Asi is not sure, so he says, instead of giving Shimon an entire half of the remaining field, give him half of that. Give him a quarter, right? Kilu, he's not sure if it's like Shmuel that Shimon gets nothing, or if it's like Rav that Shimon gets half. So therefore, somewhere in the middle, 25%. And Reuven can either give Shimon 25% of the field in property or in money. Rav says that the initial division is null and void and they start over. Because he holds that the brothers who divide up the property, they, right, in terms of the properties that they receive, it's considered like an inheritance, right? And therefore, if at least the way I understand it, if basically there was a mistake essentially in dividing up the inheritance because one of the fields belonged to Levi actually, who was owed money. Okay, so then they have to deal with the new facts, and so in terms of they each still have a right to half of the inheritance, so they divide up the other field in half. Ushmuel Amar, and Shmuel says Viter, where Shmuel says no, Reuven retains his field and Shimon loses his field. Kosover says Havu. No, they're like buyers, right? It's like Reuven who has his field, it's kilu he bought it from Shimon, and Shimon who has his field, it's kilu he bought it from Reuven. And it's like somebody who purchases without any achrai. So kilu Reuven's field, it's like he bought it from Shimon, and Shimon didn't give him any guarantees for it if anything happens to it. And Shimon's field, it's like he bought it from Reuven, and Reuven didn't give him any guarantees if anything happens to it. So here, sure enough, Shimon loses his field. Okay, he lost it. Rav Asi mesapkele. Rav Asi is mesupik. If it's like Rav that they're like Yorshin, or is it like Shmuel that they are lekuchis? So Hilkach, and therefore nota Revia bekarka Revia b'maos. Therefore, in terms of the other half of Reuven's field, Shimon will get only half of that, and Reuven can either give it bekarka, can give Shimon property, or if he wants, if he has the money, he can just give him money and keep all of the property for himself. So Papa says that the halacha is like Shmuel, that mekamtzin, that we kind of roll back. Amar Batl says it's like Rab that the initial division is reset. Also, Batl Machlokas, the halacha is like Rav, that Batl Machlokas, which is interesting because I thought we usually pass in like Shmuel when it comes to Din, right? It's like Rav be'isurim and like Shmuel be'dine, something like that. I don't know. Anyways, that was Daf Kuvvav Masechta BavaBasra. We had a little bit of distraction with all the missiles, so sorry about that. It's been quiet though for the last few minutes. And yeah, we talked about basically dividing up fields and things.